War. It's a word that echoes with destruction, loss, and suffering. Yet, amidst the chaos of the universe, there lies a species that has grown to question its necessity. Humanity, often underestimated in the vast cosmos, has a unique story about why they avoid war. A tale that has baffled, inspired, and even frightened other civilizations. But why? Why do humans, capable of such great destruction, choose peace over conflict? Let's dive into this story, one that's as much about survival as it is about growth. Imagine you're an alien observing Earth from afar. You see a species with advanced technology, the ability to wipe themselves out several times over, and yet, they don't. Instead, they strive for diplomacy, understanding, and compromise. Curious, isn't it? Now, picture yourself as one of those humans, living in a time when war was the norm, where conflicts were resolved with weapons and lives were collateral. What changed? Why did humanity take a different path? It all began with a lesson, one that humanity learned the hard way. Centuries ago, Earth was a battleground. Nations clashed over resources, ideologies, and power. Millions perished, cities were reduced to rubble, and the planet bore the scars of human aggression. But something extraordinary happened. People began to ask, is this who we want to be? This question echoed across continents, sparking a revolution not of weapons, but of minds. The turning point came during the Great Global War of the 21st century. It was a conflict so devastating that it threatened the very survival of the human race. Nuclear weapons, biological attacks, and advanced AI-driven machines brought humanity to the brink of extinction. In the aftermath, the survivors saw the futility of war. Leaders, thinkers, and ordinary people came together to ensure such devastation would never happen again. Could you imagine living in a world where every decision you make could end life as you know it? This collective realization didn't come easy. There were debates, setbacks, and moments of despair. But humanity, with its resilience and creativity, found a way. They created institutions to foster dialogue, developed technologies to solve problems without conflict, and most importantly, they embraced empathy. They began to see each other not as enemies, but as fellow travelers on the same fragile planet. One of the key lessons humans learned was the value of cooperation. In the vastness of the universe, no species can survive alone. Humanity's exploration of space only reinforced this truth. As they encountered other civilizations, they realized that their strength lay not in domination, but in unity. They formed alliances, shared knowledge, and built a reputation as mediators and peacemakers. Wouldn't you agree that it takes more courage to build bridges than to destroy them? But this doesn't mean humanity abandoned conflict entirely. They learned to fight smarter. They developed systems to contain aggression, using simulations and virtual realities to resolve disputes without real-world consequences. Imagine a war fought entirely in a digital realm, where no lives are lost and the outcome is accepted by all parties. Isn't that a fascinating idea? The story of humanity's avoidance of war isn't just about survival, it's about evolution. They evolved from a species driven by primal instincts to one guided by reason and compassion. This transformation didn't happen overnight. It was a journey filled with challenges and sacrifices, but it was worth it. Humanity became a beacon of hope in the galaxy, proving that peace is not a weakness, but a strength. Now, let's turn the spotlight on you, the reader. What do you think about humanity's choice? Do you believe peace is always the right path, or are there times when war is necessary? It's a question that has no easy answer, but it's one worth pondering. As you think about it, consider this. Every decision we make today shapes the world of tomorrow. If you were part of humanity's story, what role would you play? This story is just the beginning. In Part 2, we'll explore how humanity's choice to avoid war influenced other civilizations and shaped the destiny of the galaxy. If you're as intrigued as we are, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Stoic Community. Your support helps us bring more stories like this to life. Let's journey together, one story at a time.